In those days, the elders warned people never to whisper carelessly near the forest shrine, because deep inside the darkness, there lived a drum that remembered every secret it heard. But one clever tortoise believed wisdom meant knowing everybody's hidden business. Until one night, the drum began speaking back, and this time it was repeating his own secrets. The elders say, the hand that throws sand into the sky must prepare for it to fall back into its own eyes. This is the story of Nuawui and the Drum of Secrets.
Welcome to Moonlight Tales Africa, a place where African stories come alive beneath the moonlight. Stories filled with wisdom, culture, emotion, humanity, and transformation. Here we journey through the heart of Africa, through village paths, moonlit memories, forgotten truths, silent struggles, and the powerful lessons hidden inside ordinary lives. So, wherever you are listening from, sit close, relax, and journey with me. Sit close to the fire. The elders are about to speak. Because some stories do more than entertain us, they help us understand ourselves. This is Moonlight Tales Africa.
Before we begin today's story, kindly subscribe and become part of this growing circle of African history, wisdom, culture, and moonlight tales. Sit close to the fire. The elders are about to continue their story.
Naui and the Drum of Secrets. In those days, when moonlight carried stories farther than roads, and elders poured wisdom slowly like palm wine into fragile cups, there lived a tortoise named Naui. Now Naui was not feared because of strength. No, leopard had strength, buffalo had strength, even monkey could fight better than tortoise. But Naui possessed something far more dangerous than muscles. He understood people. The elders say the hunter who knows where the animal drinks water does not chase it carelessly through the forest. And now we knew exactly where weakness lived inside others. Every evening, the animals gathered beneath the nuku tree at the center of the village. Goats wandered lazily between cooking fires. Children laughed while chasing fireflies. Old women roasted corn beside smoky lanterns. And the village drummer beat gentle rhythms into the warm night air. But one season, something strange began happening. Secrets no longer stayed hidden. Private conversations somehow escaped into the marketplace. Two friends would speak quietly beside the stream, and by morning the entire village would already be discussing it. Marriages became troubled, friendships cracked. Trust began dying slowly inside the community. The village chief became deeply disturbed. One evening, he struck his staff against the earth and declared, "A basket that leaks grain attracts hungry rats. Somewhere among us, there is a mouth leaking poison into the village." Fear spread immediately. Everybody suspected everybody, but only Tortoise knew the truth, because hidden deep inside the forest, inside an abandoned shrine swallowed by vines and darkness, there lived a magical drum, and that drum repeated every secret spoken near it. Whispers spoken at sunset returned as echoes before midnight. Naui had discovered it accidentally weeks earlier while searching for wild mushrooms. At first, he feared the drum, but slowly, temptation entered his heart, a dangerous temptation. Every night, Tortoise visited the hidden shrine secretly. He listened carefully as the drum repeated the hidden conversations of the village. Then he carried those secrets back home. Sometimes he spread them slowly like oil upon water. Sometimes he traded information quietly to gain favor. Sometimes he simply enjoyed watching confusion grow among others. And while the village fought among themselves, Naui sat quietly pretending innocence. The elders say the hand that throws the stone often hides beneath the cloth, and Tortoise always kept his hands hidden. But wisdom has something proud people often forget. Secrets are like smoke. No matter how carefully hidden, they eventually reveal where the fire is burning. One dry season evening, an old storyteller entered the village. Nobody knew where he came from. His beard was white as ash, his eyes looked ancient, and his walking stick seemed older than memory itself. That night during moonlight storytelling, he listened quietly while villagers argued again over another leaked secret. Then suddenly, the old man laughed softly, not the laughter of joy, no, the kind of laughter that makes people uncomfortable. Then he said, when the tortoise grows too clever, he begins dancing carelessly before hunters. Silence fell immediately. Even the wind seemed to stop moving. Then the old man continued, there is a drum hidden in this forest that should never answer human curiosity. The one who feeds on the secrets of others eventually becomes food for shame. Now fear entered Tortoise's stomach like cold water, but pride blinds people faster than darkness. And that very night, Nuawui returned once again to the hidden shrine. The forest felt unusually silent. Even insects seemed afraid to sing. But Tortoise ignored every warning. Slowly, he bent toward the magical drum, waiting eagerly for new secrets. Then suddenly, the drum began speaking. But this time, it was not repeating the secrets of others. It was repeating his own. Every lie, every betrayal, every manipulation, every wicked thing hidden carefully beneath his clever smile. The drum spoke loudly into the darkness, and before dawn, the entire village had gathered outside the shrine, listening. Nuawui emerged trembling with shame. Nobody needed accusations anymore. The drum itself had exposed him. That morning, the village chief looked at Tortoise sadly and said, the lizard that dances proudly in the marketplace forgets that somebody is always watching. For once, Nuawui had no clever reply. And from that day onward, the village remembered an important truth. A person who survives by feeding upon the secrets of others eventually becomes destroyed by the same poison he spreads. But perhaps the old stories were never truly about tortoise or magical drums or talking animals. Perhaps they were always about us. Because even today, people still build power from gossip, still destroy friendships with whispered lies, still enjoy exposing the weaknesses of others while hiding their own darkness carefully. Social media has simply given many people larger drums. And sometimes, in trying to embarrass others publicly, we slowly expose the poverty of our own character. That is why the elders warned, the mouth has no cover. Once words escape, they cannot be called back. True wisdom is not merely knowing secrets. True wisdom is knowing when silence protects both others and yourself.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share so you won't miss our future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.